Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My granny sounds like she's battering the walls down, so we'll just have to ignore it. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing a kick-ass pride vlog in celebration of the LGBTQ community. This video is in collaboration with Beauty Bay. I got to pick out a ton of new products that I wanted to try and hopefully create a cool look for you guys. Before we start, I just want to read out the definition of LGBTQ pride. LGBTQ pride is the positive stance against discrimination and violence towards LGBTQ people, promote their self-affirmation, dignity, equality rights, increase their visibility as a social group, build community, and celebrate sexual diversity and gender variance. Wait, so the point of pride isn't for them to try to corrupt everyone into thinking they're gay? This is a very, very important issue and something that myself and my friends are really, really passionate about, and let's talk about it while we get colourfully good looking. We're going to be at a parade. We're going to be out all day dancing, doing our thing, so we need to make sure that we look good and everything is intact. Today I'm going to be using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Foundation. I have used this, what is that on my nail? Ew, what is it? Oh, it's gone, it's fine. I have used this foundation before. I think this is like a tenner. A tenner! I really like the concealer version of this. I just love this big applicator, like just so much fun. Not hygienic, but so much fun. Finish! This foundation is B full coverage, as you can see, but so far it doesn't feel like too heavy on the skin either. But peeling it is going to dry down matte. My hands are two different colours. I am a mess today, every day. But yeah, that little joke or little jab that I made there at the start is unfortunately something that I have heard a lot from very small-minded people and from the conversations that I've had with these small-minded people trying to get them to got themselves on, basically. These people are aware of the older generation. I've seen it online recently as well, being like, oh, why do they get to have a parade? Why can't straight people have a parade? Yada yada yada. Like, my god. Let me just try explain this to any of you straight people out there who feel like this, but you have never ever been discriminated against for being straight, alright? I'm a straight woman. I have never been discriminated against, beat up over the fact that I was straight. I had abuse shouted at me, mentally and physically abused over being straight. It hasn't happened. Pride is not a big FU to straight people. It's just interesting because I feel like people get offended when other communities that maybe they're not a part of, other communities that don't apply to them, do things within their community or for their community, feel discriminated against, when in reality it's the LGBTQ community that is discriminated against every day. I don't understand people. I actually really like how that turned out in my skin. Wow! Can you see this? I can't put foundation on my ears, by the way, because I'm only after getting them pierced. So sore. Why is this so sore? I feel like I did a really good job of covering up my blemishes down here, but still doesn't make me look cakey. For concealer, I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage. Just buffing that in. I'm using all Beauty Bay brushes today, by the way. I will link them down below. Everything that I'm using today will be linked down below. Setting everything in place. No, I'm not. I'm really excited about this. This is the RCMA, the Research Council of Makeup Artists. Oh, that's what that means? Interesting. Well, this is the RCMA little concealer palette thing. I'm raging because I think I got a shade too light. But Kylie Jenner's makeup artist and Desi Perkins uses this all the time, so therefore I have to use it all the time. This is just an extra little step that I want to play around with today. See if I can turn myself into Kylie Jenner, so don't mind me. Giving me a nice little, you know, I'm slightly bronzed, not completely deathly looking. I like how obviously you have to apply it with a brush. It feels like it just applies it so seamlessly straight away. I'm gonna get this in a darker shade though. It's good enough for Kylie Jenner, let me tell you. Boom, now we're just gonna set all this. Do I look? I think I look a little bit crazy. I'll bring the bronzer down my neck in a minute, don't worry. Get out of my hands. Today, I'm trying this new thing. This is the RCMA, oh, it looks like baby powder. This is the RCMA no color powder. I've seen everyone and their mother using this and I've never used it before, so today is the day. Just gonna use this to set. How do people like, what to do with it? Okay, I'm just gonna put it into my hand. Then I'm gonna use my beauty blender to set this. So you guys would have heard me saying this a million times before, but I love using lots of creams underneath. So cream concealers, cream bronzers, cream contouring, whatever. So obviously this powder is gonna just make sure that you're not oily. It's gonna make sure that your makeup lasts throughout the day if you're dancing and whatnot. Just wiping that away. It says no color powder, but there's definitely a little twinge of something there, you know? So I'm excited to see how that lasts. My bronzer I'm using today is my Milan Milani Soleil. Milani is such a good brand. It's so cheap. I don't know why more people aren't shouting about it. Hello. Such good products. We're just hitting this over everywhere that we applied the cream bronzer. Yummy. Boom. Okay, I want to do my brows off camera because that's boring. Okay, so we're gonna use a shit ton of color. All right, I'm gonna be using Beauty's own brand, EYN, the EYN Bright palette. I had the small version of this, the baby version, but I finally got my hands on the big ass. This big ass goodness. Like, you honestly have every color you could ever need in this. Hello. And I'm gonna be using the Going Out palette. This guy is mostly shimmer, so I definitely want to do like some rainbow action in there, but I still want this to be super easy for you guys to recreate at home, so I'm gonna try, you know, do my best. Please don't be put off or threatened by all the colors. I'm using colors that blend really easily together, so do not be put off. You stay right there, don't you move. So I guess what I wanted to talk about today as well was how I kind of view the LGBTQ community, or how it has affected me, I guess. Well, no, it's not even affected. Okay, how do I put this? I have a lot of friends who are part of the LGBTQ community. I've got trans friends, I've got gay friends, I've got bisexual friends, and I don't know, I think I'm just oblivious to everything, right? But a lot of my friends who have come out as gay or whatever, I've known them for a long time before they came out as such, and whenever I would say, oh well, you know, I didn't have a clue, or I didn't know, or whatever, not that it was a big thing, obviously it wasn't, but just that I don't go looking for these things, you know, they're just who they are to me. Who they want to be with or whatever isn't going to affect me at all, so it's not something I thought about as such. But whenever they came out and everyone was like, oh my god, I knew already or whatever, I'm sitting there like, how come I didn't? I'm just so oblivious to this. I do think, obviously and hopefully, as we go on and as the years keep going on, kind of violence and abuse towards the LGBTQ community will get smaller and smaller. I don't know if it will ever go away completely, because unfortunately this is the world we live in and there's always going to be hate towards everybody. I think it has come a very long way in recent years. I'm from Ireland, which is a very small country. We're very far behind, but I feel like in recent years we have gotten up to speed. It's 2019. I feel like my generation and this generation coming are a lot more open to everything and everyone. Well, that's what I like to think, and that's what I like to hope for. Obviously, I myself am not part of the LGBTQ community, but it's something that I'm very passionate about by having so many friends who are, seeing so many of my friends going through stuff and witnessing horrible things happening to them. I just feel very protective of the community, and obviously would love to do whatever I could to help in any way, whether it's painting happy colours on myself. And I hope that a lot of you guys feel that way too, and not just during Pride Month, all year round. Like I said, because I have got friends who are part of the community, I think obviously if it's a personal thing, you are going to be a lot more involved, or emotionally involved, should I say. I'm very protective, so if I will fight you. Not with my fists, but with my words. This will probably do more damage. And I love challenging people who aren't as open-minded and having those conversations on behalf of the LGBTQ community and standing up for them when maybe they're not there to stand up for themselves. Have you ever noticed that people start a conversation with, I've nothing against gays, but, and then they follow up by saying something that's offensive? I'm just need to get a mirror. This is a big ass palette, and I really appreciate the big ass mirror. Hello, for my big ass face. So I'm just going in with the yellow shade first, and I'm putting that on the inner corner of both my eyes. So yellow is going to be starting on each side, because yellow can blend into orange and blends into pink and purple. Yellow blends into green, which blends into blue and purple. You see where I'm going with this? You see? It's all about knowing the rainbow. I'm using this on a kind of flat yet fluffy brush, making sure you bring it right up into that brow bone region. And I'm bringing it quite far across because we're going to be packing a little bit of green over top, so this just kind of helps blend the two together. I look crazy. You see how easy that was? I'm just going to take some white and pop that on top. This is just going to help brighten the inner corner a little bit. Kind of makes it a little bit more neon-y, since that's all in at the moment, you know? Okay, I think I'm going to work on the cooler tones first. So I'm going to be taking the shade Granny Smith. That is hilarious. Oh no, that's a lie actually. So I like to kind of map out where exactly I'm going to have the colors just to make it easier for myself. So the next shade I'm going to go in is Paradise actually. So I'm skipping the green for now because I know that if I blend my blue into my yellow, it's going to turn green anyways. So I'm taking shade Paradise. Itchy, 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 itchy. Did you guys see I got a new nose ring? It's actually gold this time. Are you excited for me? I'm excited. Oh, she's pigmented. Only using the tiniest amount. I think it's important, guys, to see the motions that I'm doing with this. I'm literally just very lightly pressing it on, and then whatever's left, just wiggling it. I cannot stress this is probably like the easiest colorful eye look you will ever do, and you're welcome. See what I mean? It's kind of blending into green now as we go over the yellow. Again, I bring the blue quite far out here because I want to be able to blend the purple into it. Then using the other side of this brush, so you don't have to have a million brushes, I'm gonna get the green, and we're gonna pop him right in between. Actually mixing the yellow and the green on my brush and just very lightly patting it over top. I kind of want my green to be a little bit more vibrant. Don't be afraid to mix colors, guys. Do not be afraid. Then flipping back over to the other side, going back in with some blue. I just think it's funny because this does look like the most complicated thing ever to people maybe who don't wear makeup, when really it isn't. Making sure you bring those colors underneath then as well. And then using the same brush, I'm just going to pick up the purple, which is Modern Way. I like how light these colors are. It makes them super easy to blend out into the skin. Honestly, if you're someone who has never kind of worked with color before, I think you're really going to like this palette. Bringing that slightly into the blue to help blend. Just using a smaller brush now. The darker the color, the smaller the brush you want to use, and the closer to the lash line you keep it. Taking Drama Queen, which is this dark ass purple, and I'm mixing it with Spontaneous, and I'm just running that into the lash line area here. So see, the reason why these are easy to blend is because you're not trying to blend a yellow into a purple. You're literally going across your colors. And that's what's important when learning how to blend any eyeshadow. Now that we have the cooler tones, so this is going to be the harder eye because cool tones are harder to blend out. So once you got that over you, we're on to the greener side, easier side now. So again, like what we did on this side, we're going to go straight from the yellow to the red and then use a little bit of orange to blend in afterwards. Just taking your time and it'll all blend for you. Just using whatever's left to feather the edges. I'm going to mix Main Stage from the Going Out Out palette with some of the more pinky shades in this palette as well to try and bring pink into this too, because you can't forget about pink, and go back in with that dark purple then just to deepen the edges as well. Then taking the Going Out Out palette, I'm going to take the shade Glow Stick and Confetti mixed, and we're going to pop that on our brow bone. I'm going to use the shade +1 on the inner corner on top of the yellow. It literally looks like you've got a light bulb on your inner corner. So this is the eye matte. You can leave it like this, stick on a pair of eyelashes, and then finish the rest of the face, but we're going to kick it up a little bit more of a notch. I'm going to be using the Festival Face Glitters. Look how amazing these are. We've got this super cool neon yellow. I think I'm going to pop a few of these onto the inner corner. So you can use these obviously on your inner corner, your eyeballs, or all over your body and face. I like to use Duo Glue. I find is the best thing for sticking it down, but you can even just use like Vaseline or lip balm. Oh, they're neon. Neon's all in, so I'm like trendy. I'm going to use the back of my brush to apply some glue. Like I said, just to that inner corner region. Let's see how this goes. I'll probably regret it, but listen, you just have to tell me I look great regardless, okay? Ooh. Oh no, I think this is going to be good. Do you see what's happening? Do you see? You're witnessing magic, guys. You want to make sure you pick up like a few different sizes. You want to make sure you pick up the little small ones because I feel like they're what really kind of ties the look together. I'm just using the back end of a brush to do this, guys, because if you use Duo Glue on your normal brushes, you're going to ruin them. Listen to me, please. I do not want to be blamed for your brushes going to shine. Thank you very much. Just using a clean brush then to get rid. Wow, I really like this. I'm just going to pretend like I totally planned this. Now it's time for mascara and lashes. For lashes today, I'm going to be using my own in the style Ego. Let's get them on us. Let's go, let's go. Thunder? What? I can't deal with Irish weather anymore. It was literally beaming a second ago and now there's thunder. seriously, now to finish off the skin, we're going to apply some blush. This is the Wet n Wild Pearlescent Pink blush. And then for highlights today, I'm going to be using my Sub-Zero Mitchell palette. I'm going to be taking the shade In Blankets because it has a more pinky iridescentness to it, and I feel like it blends nicely into the blusher and the eyes. The eyes! Hello! Hello, hello! Ooh. Using my blush brush just to help blend everything together. Ooh. Can you tell it's been a while since I've been sitting in here filming by myself? For lips, I'm going to take my favourite lip liner at the moment, which is the LA Girl Flesh Lip Liner. It's just the perfect nude, in my opinion. Peachy nude, you guys already know. Because we have got so much going on in the eyes, I want to keep the lips nude. Of course, you can go all out, it's Pride. The more colour, the better. My Wet n Wild lipstick in the shade Never Nude. Never nude, always nude. Hello. Oh, creamy. Never nude. She's very nude. It's going back in with my Flesh lip liner and blend it. Oh, actually, let's stick some glow on my shoulders. Can't leave them hanging, can we? That would be rude. And we're glowing. Boom. This here is the finished look. I really hope that you guys enjoyed getting colourful with me in preparation for Pride. Like I said, I think Pride Month is an amazing thing that we should all be taking part in, and not only for Pride Month but all year round, showing your support for the LGBTQ community, just having love for everybody and being kind to everybody. I think we take for granted how much a few kind words can really positively impact somebody. The same on the other end of the spectrum, how negatively a few negative words can impact somebody. So I think the whole world could just do a little bit more loving at the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. As you can see, it was a lot easier than what you were probably expecting. Just a few brushes, making sure you're flipping them back and forth, you know. I really love how this look turned out. Again, a big thank you to Beauty Bae for wanting to work with me and for allowing me to pick whatever products I wanted. All products used in this video will be linked down below for you guys. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hopefully you'll subscribe. So I'll see you in my next video, alright? Lots of love and I'll see you then. Bye bye.